Port Charles is buzzing after Michael makes a discovery that could change how everyone sees Willow. What started as a quiet concern quickly turns into a chain of revelations that ripple through the lives of those closest to her. Michael had sensed for weeks that Willow was holding something back. Her distant behavior, late-night phone calls, and nervous reactions whenever certain topics came up made him uneasy. At first, he blamed stress from everything happening around them, but when he accidentally came across a series of old recordings on a shared device, his doubts turned into determination. The recordings weren't dramatic confessions, but they painted a picture Willow had carefully kept hidden. Conversations with an unknown person, emotional exchanges about past choices, and references to a situation she had never told Michael about began to form a troubling puzzle. Unsure of what to do, Michael confides in Carly. Carly urges him to confront Willow calmly rather than jump to conclusions, but Michael feels betrayed. He believed honesty was the foundation of their relationship, and now he feels like he's living with someone he doesn't fully know. Meanwhile, Willow notices Michael's change in attitude. His quiet glances, the way he avoids eye contact, and his short responses make her anxious. She realizes that whatever she tried to bury may finally be surfacing. The situation escalates when Michael decides to share part of the evidence with Drew, hoping for a neutral perspective. Drew's reaction is serious. He warns Michael that the truth, once exposed, could have consequences for everyone, especially the children. As tension builds, Willow finally confronts Michael about his strange behavior. That's when Michael plays one of the recordings. The room falls silent. Willow's face drains of color as she realizes exactly what he has found. Tears fill her eyes as she admits there are parts of her past she never found the courage to share, not because she wanted to deceive Michael, but because she feared losing everything she had built. But Michael struggles to process her explanation. For him, the issue isn't just the past, it's the secrecy. Word begins to spread quietly through Port Charles that something serious is happening between Michael and Willow. Carly grows concerned about how this could affect the family's stability, while Nina senses an opportunity to get closer to Willow during her vulnerable moment. In the end, Willow must decide whether to come clean about everything or risk letting her silence destroy her marriage. And Michael must decide whether the truth, no matter how painful, is something their love can survive. One thing is certain. Once secrets come to light in Port Charles, nothing stays the same for long. The silence after the recording plays feels heavier than anything either of them has faced before. Willow can barely meet Michael's eyes. Her hands tremble as she realizes the past she tried so hard to outrun is now standing between them. Michael asks the question that has been haunting him. Who were you talking to? Willow hesitates, then finally admits the voice on the recordings belongs to someone from her life before Port Charles, a person who helped her during a difficult chapter she never fully explained. She insists there was nothing inappropriate about the conversations, but she confesses she leaned on that person emotionally when she felt overwhelmed and alone. To Michael, it still feels like a betrayal, not because of what Willow did, but because she never trusted him enough to tell him. He wonders how many other parts of her story remain untold. Later, Willow visits Nina, desperate for advice. Through tears, she admits she kept pieces of her past hidden out of fear that people would judge her or see her differently. Nina listens carefully, recognizing the same pattern of fear and silence that has followed Willow for years. Nina encourages her to stop hiding and finally take control of her own narrative. Meanwhile, Michael turns to Sunny. Sunny offers a calm but firm perspective. Everyone has a past, but trust is built on transparency. If Willow wants to save her marriage, she has to be completely honest now, no matter how uncomfortable it is. Back at home, Willow makes a decision. She sits down with Michael and tells him everything from the beginning. The struggles she faced before coming to Port Charles, the people she relied on, and why she buried those memories when she started a new life. As she speaks, Michael begins to see the fear behind her secrecy.
It wasn't manipulation, it was shame and a desperate desire to start fresh. But even with the truth laid out, the damage lingers. Michael admits he needs time. He can forgive the past, but rebuilding trust will take patience. Their conversation is interrupted when Carly arrives unexpectedly. She can sense the tension immediately. Later, she pulls Michael aside and warns him not to let pride push him into a decision he'll regret. She reminds him how much Willow has done for their family. Elsewhere, Drew grows concerned about how far this situation could spread. He worries that if the details become public, it could draw unwanted attention and put pressure on the children. As the days pass, Port Charles watches quietly. Willow tries to act normal, but the weight of uncertainty hangs over her. Michael remains distant, polite but guarded. In the end, the question remains, can honesty heal what secrecy has broken, or has Willow's hidden past created a crack too deep to repair? And just as it seems things might settle, Willow receives a message from the very person in the recordings, a sign that this chapter of her life is not finished yet.